Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most shocking stories in wrestling history, the mystery behind CM Punk's sudden attack during the War Games match at Survivor Series. This was not just any wrestling event, it was a dramatic culmination of tension, rivalries, and emotional stakes that left the world stunned. Whether you're a die-hard WWE fan or just a casual viewer, the layers of this story will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about professional wrestling. So grab your favorite snack, settle in, and stick around till the end. You won't want to miss what we've uncovered today. Now, before we kick this off, let me ask you a question. What if everything you believed about CM Punk's career in this event was built on a lie? That's right. What if someone lurking in the shadows planned this attack well in advance? How could a beloved figure like Punk fall victim to such an orchestrated ambush? You see, the wrestling world is rife with deception and betrayal, and trust me, this isn't just another gossip piece. This story is going to make you furious. By the end of this video, you'll be left asking, how could they do this to one of wrestling's most passionate figures? So, let's dive deeper into the chaos that unfolded that night at Survivor Series. CM Punk, a figure whose career has been defined by passion and authenticity, entered Survivor Series with an electrifying atmosphere surrounding him. The War Games match was designed to be a showcase of the best wrestlers, a true test of loyalty and grit, pitting disciplined teams against one another in a confined space. Fans were on the edge of their seats, eager to witness the culmination of tension that had been brewing for months. They had no idea that an unexpected twist awaited them, a twist that would become a part of wrestling lore. As Punk made his entrance, the crowd erupted. Chants of support filled the arena, a testament to his resilience and the legacy he had built. This wasn't just about wrestling, it was a fight for respect, justice, and a reclamation of his narrative. But even as the cheers echoed, an undercurrent of tension stirred behind the scenes. Reports had begun to circulate about lingering dissatisfaction among certain wrestlers, many claiming that Punk's return had disrupted the locker room dynamics. The air rippled with both excitement and anxiety. Picture this: the lights dim, the arena is buzzing, and the anticipation is electric. Fans had invested their emotions in Punk's journey, a journey filled with struggles and triumphs. But lurking in the shadows, a sinister plan was taking shape. The War Games match promised both brutal athletic displays and the potential for betrayals. Wrestlers had to navigate the thin line between team solidarity and individual ambition. It's here that the lines can blur, where allies can become enemies in a blink of an eye. As the match erupted into chaos, each wrestler fought tooth and nail for supremacy. Bodies clashed and adrenaline surged as the audience absorbed every thrilling moment. But just when it seemed like all was going according to plan, disaster struck. Punk, in the heat of the battle, was suddenly and violently attacked on stage, causing gasps of shock and disbelief to ripple through the crowd. What was supposed to be a history-making event turned into a chaotic scene that shocked every wrestling fan. The cameras captured every moment, broadcasting not just the athleticism but the sheer horror of an unexpected attack. Fans couldn't comprehend what they were witnessing. This was more than wrestling, it was a somber reminder that behind the scripted stories lay real emotions and real dangers. As Punk grappled with the shock of the assault, many viewers found themselves torn between disbelief and outrage. How could someone take it this far? The aftermath brought forth a wave of discussions on various platforms. Fans expressed their anger and confusion as accusations flew left and right. Who was responsible? Could it have been a jealous rival, someone feeling overshadowed by Punk's return? Speculations ran rampant as the internet exploded with theories. Social media was flooded with hashtags like #WhoAttackedPunk and #JusticeForPunk, allowing fans to collaborate in their search for answers while venting their frustrations. Tension bubbled to the surface as discussions of the attack evolved. Online debates ignited regarding the motives behind such brutality. Was it part of a larger storyline, or was it an act of personal vengeance? Some fans suspected a former ally who had grown resentful as Punk began to steal the limelight once again. Could this attack stem from years of unresolved tension, masked as good sportsmanship but brewing beneath the surface? Let's think for a moment about the psychology at play. Wrestlers are not merely actors, they are athletes competing in a high-stakes environment where each moment can define their legacy. The pressure can be insurmountable. Seeing Punk thrive again might have triggered feelings of inadequacy and jealousy in those who felt overshadowed. Imagine the emotional turmoil of being caught in a web of competition, where one's future depends on the decisions and performances of others. In fact, this event sheds light on the often dark side of professional wrestling, the mental and emotional strain that performers face. These individuals are expected to not only give their all in front of fans but to do so while maintaining relationships with colleagues with whom they may have complicated dynamics. And with tensions this high, the risk of tragic outcomes increases. Was this not just an attack on Punk's body but on everything he stood for? As we dissect the layers of this shocking event, it's also crucial to look at the broader implications within the wrestling community. The violence that erupted on that stage is not merely an isolated incident, it represents an ongoing struggle within professional wrestling. How often do we see rivalries boil over into real-world animosity? The boundaries of scripted narratives can easily slip into chaos, leaving everyone involved, performers and fans alike, wondering what's real and what isn't. Interestingly, following the incident, a wave of discussions emerged around mental health and wellness in wrestling. Wrestlers began to share their stories of dealing with rivalry and emotional turmoil, ensuring everyone understood the importance of support and communication. The incident served as a catalyst for dialogue about mental health, urging performers to be transparent about their struggles and fostering a culture where vulnerability is viewed as strength rather than weakness. But let's not overlook the crucial question: who orchestrated this attack? As speculation simmered, a few names began dominating discussions, familiar faces that fans recognized but had grown weary of their own career trajectories. The narrative became riddled with intrigue. Could it have been someone Punk had once considered a friend? The idea of betrayal was as shocking as the attack itself. In a world where loyalty is both prized and fleeting, it became apparent that trust had been broken. Each performer, having entered the ring with their own aspirations and histories, plays a role in this tapestry of wrestling chaos. Who benefits most from Punk's downfall? That's the unsettling question. Should we allow ourselves to think that perhaps some wrestlers are willing to resort to desperate measures to reclaim the spotlight or even settle old scores? As we sift through the aftermath of the attack, we witness an unfolding drama that reaches beyond the immediate event. Wrestlers began openly discussing the need for better practices, protocol for safety, and measures to ensure that personal conflicts do not spill out into real-life violence. The community was faced with a painful reckoning. For every performer willing to take responsibility, there were just as many who sought to exploit any vulnerabilities within the industry. But as fans continued to express their outrage, the wrestling world rallied around CM Punk. Supporters adorned social media feeds with lighting candles, sharing memories of their favorite Punk moments, and calling for accountability. This show of solidarity transformed a personal tragedy into a collective call for change, a chance for the wrestling community to introspect and evolve. Over time, the heat of the moment gave way to actionable steps. Initiatives began springing up to create a more supportive environment for wrestlers, ensuring they could speak about their feelings without fear of reprisal. Each discussion about the incident resembled an invitation to evolve, teaching us that the warm embrace of camaraderie could stand in contrast to the colder, more isolating reality of competition. And so the story continued to unfold. While the question of who attacked Punk still lingered, the focus began shifting toward what could be done to prevent violence in the future. As the wrestling landscape reeled from the incident, speculation turned into discussions of accountability. We began witnessing other wrestlers stepping forward, galvanized into action by Punk's misfortune. Perhaps they realized that the time for silence had passed, that addressing these lurking shadows head-on could unearth even greater transformation. Maybe the ensuing conversations would result in actual repercussions for those responsible for creating such toxicity. Perhaps this would be the narrative shift that wrestling so desperately needed. It serves as a painful reminder that beneath the glitz and glamour of sports entertainment lies a complex and often dark reality. As we reflect on the events of that night, we cannot help but feel how deeply intertwined the act of wrestling is with the human experience. The anxiety of performance, the fear of betrayal, and the joy of triumph all represent elements of a grander narrative, one that transcends scripted storylines and touches on the raw essence of humanity itself. With that in mind, I want to hand the mic over to you. What are your thoughts about this shocking incident? Who do you believe orchestrated the attack on CM Punk? What does this mean for the future of the wrestling community? The comments section below is yours to take, and I can't wait to hear your theories and ideas. If you found value in our exploration of this gripping tale, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing for more deep dives into the events that shape the world of wrestling. Thank you for watching, and remember, truth often lurks in the shadows, just waiting for someone brave enough to bring it into the light.